Hi, this is just a short video to show you how to use Steve's free Image Resizer with added text editor. First you need to download the program and then activate it, and then you'll end up with a screen like this where you can choose various things to do. The first thing may be to decide on the file size for the images you want to create. The default is 200 by 200, but maybe you want a bigger one or a smaller one. So you can enter your sizes in the boxes down here. The next thing you might want to do is decide what you want the file names to be. So it'll keep the original file names and maybe add something at the beginning as a prefix or at the end as a suffix. Once you've done that, you can choose some images by pressing the Add Image Files button. Now you can either click one or a range of files. If you click on one, hold your control key down, you can add them one by one, or you can click on one, hold the up arrow down, and click on another one and select a whole range of files, and then just open them and they'll appear in the box here. You can view the files. The files displayed are an indication of what the final saved files will look like in size, and you can decide whether or not you want them to be stretched. In other words, the original image is made to fit in the box you've chosen, or you can crop the image. And what that means is, if you have a landscape file and you've got a square box, it'll chop the right and the left off. If you have a portrait file, it'll chop the top and the bottom off. You could scale the image, and what that means is, if it's a landscape file, it'll end up as a landscape file, but the file size itself will be slightly less tall than the box size you've chosen. And if you have a portrait, it'll be slightly less wide. The other option is to have a fit, and what that does is it scales the original image, but the final image you've got will have, if it's a landscape, it might have a little bit of white along the top and the bottom, so it'll be centered in the image. So the one I'm going to pick is crop. I'm going to pick scale. So I keep my original image, it's just scaled. And if I want to look at different images, I can just click on them one by one. Or once I've selected the box here, I can use the up and down keyboard arrows to go through them one by one. The next thing you should do is decide where you like the files to be saved on your computer. So you click the Save Folder button and you'll end up with a screen which lets you choose where to save the files. So you can either choose a new folder or an existing one. Press the OK button. At the moment I've got no files in there, as you can see, in the File Save folder. So what do we do next? The next thing we might want to do is add some text. So to do that, you click the Add Text selector, and what I've got on here are three possible text styles. Number one has got nothing in it as text. I could choose something, for example, I could click on there, I could decide I want a nice big text in bold and I'd like it yellow. And I click on there, and what will happen now is, if I put some text, it'll appear on the image, and you can left click on around the text and drag it anywhere on the image you like. Okay, and this text, whatever you've got, will appear on all the images. So if there's something in one of the different styles, this style number 2 is the blue one. If you don't want that on there, just edit the text in the box here. And number 3 is the red one. Again, I can move that where I like. Once I'm happy with it, I can then save the file. And to save them, I can save them one by one by clicking the Save Selected button, or I can decide to save all the files. And if we go through the files again, you'll see the text will actually appear in exactly the same position on all the files. So what I'm going to do now is click Save All Files button, and off they go. And when it's finished, it'll ask you if you want to view the files in your default viewer. So if I click yes, then it's opened my Windows photo viewer, and I can see one by one. I can go through the files and see what they look like. And that's it. Simple as that. Hope to see you soon. Bye.